All right, good. So today I will be taking us through a journey on evolution of artificial intelligence. And the reason why is of importance is that, like our group, we are about AI and data. We are professionals in data and AI. So we just thought of it that previously you've learned how to use AI to optimize your CV and how to use AI to at least make yourself to present yourself as well qualified for any roles you're doing. So we thought of it that to be good to know the evolution. How have we done it from? Where does this AI started from? Or is it only ChatGPT that everybody's jumping up and down? And even now, the expectation is by the time you know the evolution of AI, it can bring up some further thinking in you such that you can think, okay, if we move from here to here within these few years, what are the possibilities of what will happen in the future? And if you have the possibility of the future at the back of your mind, you can start thinking of where to focus your attention so that you can place yourself on the right path for the future possibilities. And also, additionally, we'll just be doing a review, which we'll be sharing at the end of the class on roles in AI. We've been sharing it on our platform, and we've shared a lot, but I'll be presenting like a concise something that we've compiled, and we'll be sharing it. Share it with your friends, with your colleagues, give them the opportunity to join the platform. That we are professionals in data and AI, so we're just helping people to build their career, build their learning in the AI journey. Yes, so that's it. So let's see the evolution of AI, and let's see where AI started from and where are we currently. We know we are all in bad and the stuff and future possibilities. Yes. So my name is Oluwaseun Odeyemi, and I will be the one presenting today. So what is AI? So AI mainly is the ability of machine to perform things that are expected to be done by humans. You understand the ability of um, machine to be able to do some cognitive functions that humans are expected to do. So a good example is all these are our chatting platform. All these are is instructing Alexa to do something for you. And so you can see that there has been a lot of ways people have been using AI, especially chatbots, all those things. So they are a form of AI. But AI didn't start like just the way they are now. They started from somewhere. And we understand that this artificial intelligence, it has been something it has been in existence for long, and it has captivated our imagination for centuries, and a lot of people have been thinking about it. So in this session, we just be taking you through the journey of AI from the inception till where we are now in 2024. Okay, so first, Uh, we were talking about the precursors of AI. That's before 1950. You see, we've gone far back. And so we've seen philosophers like Rene, is it Descartes or what's it called? So it's telling us that describing the nature of intelligence, where machine could um that the level of intelligence that machines could have achieved. And there's been a lot of thinking and fascination about artificial beings. You understand? And that's where artificial intelligence evolved from that. Oh, if we can have these artificial beings, then they can have their intelligence of their own. So with the mindset that we are the original beings and the ones we are creating are actually the artificial ones. So, but with time, we can see all these things now coming. You can see artificial intelligence building music, building songs, and everything. Even you sometimes you wake up, you just be asking yourself, are you still in the real world or you're in the artificial world? But yes, so you can see since far back as 1950, people have started thinking of the possibilities of what this AI system can help us to achieve in the future. And so next, so between 1950 to 1956, we have like the first I won't say real AI stuff. That's the what Alan Turing um, um, published in his paper, which is Computing Machinery and Intelligence, which is the Turing test. You understand? And this Turing test is used to train machines and to train machines in order to exhibit a form of intelligence in terms of um, a form of intelligence that you can't differentiate it from human behaviors. So I can't. So there is a test called Turing test, which is just for you to differentiate that if this response is from a machine or from humans. So that's just what Turing test is about. And you can see from during his workshop, is even the father of, they call him the father of AI because he was the one that coined uh, the term artificial intelligence. You understand? And from there, since 1956, we've been battling with it. At least we've been trying to see what is possible in that field. Now, but we have some early successes, which are the one in 1952, the one in 1960, the one in 1970. So that's 1970 is the first mobile robot. That's a Shenki built in Stanford Research Institute. And all these things are just, they are building on what the previous people have done. And yes, is coming into more into something that people can relate with. But eventually, after the success, we have the winter, which is everything died down. So there is also a possibility that maybe all these AI, everything will just come down one day and the thing will pick up again. So it's a possibilities. And what were the reason for what we call AI winter? So limitation in computing power. Thank God for NVIDIA and what NVIDIA is doing. So we might not experience that kind of winter again. And research progress slowed down significantly. So because people are not investing so much in AI, they are thinking this thing is something that won't happen um, in the near years to in the near time to come. But eventually we now saw people coming back to AI, the dawn of expert systems, which is in 1980s. So and in 1980s, expert system emerged as the first breakthrough in AI and AI applications. So people begin to build intelligent systems. So and I think um, during these 1980s, so people begin to infuse AI into their decision makings. And that's why we start seeing things around recommender system, uh, ability to automatically generate recommendations for you and all those things. And all these things happen in 1980s. Yes. So then after that, then we have 1990s, which is the rise of machine learning. And I think that's where a lot of people start coming from. They start thinking, oh, machine learning. And I think I should mention that's where statistics also comes in somehow to some extent. I'm not saying statistics started in 1990s, but we know the models of machine learning are majorly developed by maybe statistics or or in a way through mathematics. And it's that model they now begin to see, okay, you can build a model such that with your data, you can train the model. And once the model is trained, the model can be used to make predictions. So that is where machine learning that is when machine learning started gaining ground. And people started building algorithms, and I should also mention that at least systems become more paramount in the sense that at least by 1990 we're having more faster computer, like good computer. I won't say fast computers. I think fast computers started coming in around 2000s. And so you can see advancement in algorithm like support vector machine. Data scientists here, they will know at least support vector machine, linear regression, all those things, they started coming in, and we call it the rise of machine learning. Then after that, then we have in the 2000s. So this is where um, um, the deep learning revolutions comes up. So whereby people started saying that, okay, we can start building models and layer models on top of one another, whereby just like the way neurons in the human brain works. So we can also build models to also work like human brains. So, and with this, we can see that, okay, people, you can see they begin to structure machine learning to function like human brains. And also, deep learning uses artificial neural network. So, neural network like or neural network of the brains. So, that's what that means. So, it helped them to be able to process complex information and use like vast amount of data. So, that's what the how will I put it? So the neural network is just like your simple linear regression in multiple ways. So that's just what they call neural network. But at least it now depends on the way you arrange the layers. So now with the evolution of that neural network, people have started saying that, okay, beyond what human can do, the machine has started like, it's humans that are actually developing it. But with I would say growth in people's learning and being able to adopt what they're learning to the new systems. So we can see the evolution of deep learning. And towards 2010, 2020s, and that's towards 2020, we're coming to the recent times. Then we can see the evolution of the large language models, and which are a form of deep learning, right? But in this case now, they are trained on data sets that are vast. So, by data set now, before we are talking about data sets in tables, but now we are talking about data sets that comes in terms of a whole Google database, right? So that's the kind of the level of information that large language models are being trained on. And towards 2020, I think, was it not 2020? Was it not 2022 or 2021 that at least is it ChatGPT 3 or so? So that at least I believe that is that ChatGPT that eventually makes everybody like started chatting and the response, and I can also say that the what contributed tremendously to the evolution of AI is the availability of large data set, because everything we're doing in one way or the other, we're generating data set that can be used to train this model. So a lot easy access to production of data. At least by 2000, everyone is using phone, everyone is communicating, everyone is pouring out their mind, and all historical data, like maybe all historical writings and maybe poems and all the historical stories, one way or the other, people are finding way to bring it to the internet space, so that for easy accessibility to humans. But eventually all those information are now used to train machines, and they just layer deep learning. So prior to that time, deep learning have started. That's model on models. But now when they now have vast amount of data, they now layer that on vast amount of data, and that's what started generating things like Gemini, Bard. At least Gemini is now Bard. Bard is now Gemini. Then we have ChatGPT. We have, and all these ones, all these models are now using um, large language models to train, to feed on the existing data in order to create everything we are seeing now. And yes, that has been the journey all through. And you can see that for all these things to come together, we've seen the part of machine learning, we've seen the part of data, whereby at least we started from normal using support vector machine, then we're able to move into area in terms of deep learning, then we're able to move into area of large language models. So, and all these things you can see, they're using models in one way or the other, and all these models depends on data set. So I think I will have repeated that a lot of times. And this is now what will be leading us to roles. I know I've shared this on the group. And now that this AI revolution is going on, still there are some roles that remain very important in order to even, I won't say we are still in the early stage, but in order to actually to make this AI model available and useful to all institutions and organizations. And um, that leads to the AI, the rules in AI that we'll be discussing. We've shared it with the people on the platform, but we'll just run through some of the rules and we'll wrap it up there. And number one, we have machine learning engineers. And basically, what these people do is they develop machine learning models and train machine learning models to solve specific problems. And the future of AI is is it general AI now? Yes, that's general artificial intelligence. That's the level whereby a system will be able to think on its own. Um, a lot of people are saying it's still far ahead, but with the way things are doing, whereby your AI can even design a movie for you now, and that's I've forgotten the name of this one from Chat. Is it Solana or Sora, or what's it called? So at least with all those things, and now Google, is it Google Robotics now? At least they are designing robots that can play football. You understand? So all that is required is just to bring in people that are developing this specific artificial intelligence and integrate them together in order to form one. And that's what we lead to general artificial intelligence. And so you can see machine learning engineers, they are still dealing with some aspects whereby they can build up machine learning for a specific function within an organization. And we said the responsibilities, they are to train models, to optimize model, and to monitor and evaluate performance. And you need programming skill. A lot of people are using Python, and maybe one of these days we'll be able to see how we can use Python to build our own large language model, and you won't have to be using Hugging Face or something. So you won't have to pay any subscription. You just plug in and play, just launch your Python environment. So Python is a very good tool that the machine learning engineers are using, and they'll be doing a lot of data analysis, and to some extent, they can do some software engineering because by the time you build your machine learning model, you need to integrate it with a system. And that's where the software engineering stuff comes in. And this is the aspect that always entice people between 100,000 and 150,000. And I can tell you it can be more because it depends on the kind of value you're bringing to the business or to the organization. They are willing to pay more. Then apart from that, next we have data engineer. And during my presentation on here, I keep mentioning things around data, 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 data. So that's the function of data engineer. So you orchestrate and design pipelines that models can be run on and people can build their machine model on. So now, if you're going into area of data engineering, you should start thinking about vector data model. So, and vector data model are actually the data model used to train all these large language models. So currently, data engineers, you will see their function is around building and maintaining data infrastructure, working on database, building data warehouse. But with time, their responsibility will start changing because you no longer have to work with data in columns and rows. So you now have to start developing vector data models. But now for these ones, we have their skills, data engineering, big data technology such as Hadoop Spark. Yes, they are very interesting and simple data language. And the reason why they are very strong in their capacity to handle large data set. So, and Python and Java, at least Python, you will keep saying Python. I don't think there is any AI or data role that you now hear Python now. Yes. And the next one we have here is your natural language processing engineer. That's we mentioned something around large language model, and you can see large language model is still there is something there about around the language. So what your natural language processing engineer do is they create system that and help them to understand human language. So all your prompts are a form of human language, and it's like a function of this natural language processing engineer. So it's some set of people that make that your ChatGPT to understand your English or your prompts or your questions. So, and it's a matter of time. You will only be talking. I know it will AI will get to some level that it will work at the speed of your thought. So it's a matter of time. So as you are thinking it, you will see your system typing it. So it's technology. So and I hope we all know that there is something called Neuralink now, which is just a chips in the brain. So thanks to Elon Musk for that. So if uh, chips is in people's brain, then it can connect directly to their thoughts, then they can use it to communicate. And I know we'll have seen this Apple, is it HoloLens now, or what's it called? Whereby um, you don't touch, you just move your hands and the guy scroll and do all those things. So you can see it's no longer physical touch now. It's going to your feelings, the way you feel things, and people are making things work. So now this natural language processing engineers, so they just develop the model to understand what humans are saying. But because of our time, we just move. So we have computer vision, which help you to be able to extract information from images and videos. Yes, so that's their own responsibility. And you need skills like computer vision, machine learning, deep learning. You will see programming there. That's Python is also. And also, if you're a data scientist, you can see still a very relevant skills, which is helping you to extract insight from data and AI models, insight from data to inform AI models. So even these your large language models, you still need something like a data science, someone like a data scientist to be able to build models that you can infuse your large language model into such that you can use it on your business, in your business. So I won't be spending much time on that. Then we have AI researchers. Like I said, there's a lot of things to learn about AI. And I won't say it's a new, there are still like further researches to do. And that's where your AI researchers, the AI researchers comes in. So if you're someone here that you love to do research, then I think this would be a good place to position yourself now so that in future, at least you'll be the one mentoring people. Then we have robotics engineer. I mentioned something about artificial general intelligence. So at the end of the day, all this AI we're building, we need to create an interface. The way humans are interfaced to other humans, that's the same way robots will become interface between human and artificial intelligence. So it's like we human creating another woman to some extent. So this robotics engineer, it's a growing career, and we have a lot of people in it currently. And if you choose to focus the next 4 or 5 years on it, then at least you will also become a voice in the line of discipline. And we have all your skill is just understanding of robotics principle, mechanical engineering, electronics, then you have some programming, C++, Python. But for me, I always recommend just focus on Python. Anything you want to do that have to do with AI or data science for now, because you will always see it somewhere. Then we have AI ethics. That's where we have our lawyers. So if you're a lawyer, there is a lot of people developing, defending humans. So it's high time for you to start building your portfolio on developing AI ethics such that people can use AI properly and you can sue people for wrong use of AI. So if you're a lawyer here and you're thinking, oh, we have a lot of people defending crime, defending criminals, um, collecting bills, it's something you can start looking at now. And you can see here, you don't need Python. All you need to do is strong understanding of AI ethics. And even these AI ethics, they are just pulling it together now. Nobody have the whole understanding now. So philosophy, law, and a very good and solid communication skills. So even if you learn language, so even these guys, you can do it. And you have AI product manager. Yes, if you're thinking of managing people, managing team, I think this is also a good thing for you. So because it's a matter of time, every organization will have AI product in one way or the other, and they will need someone to be responsible for that. So you bridge the gap between technical development and user needs in AI. So that's just your work ability to take something that is being developed in-house and take it to the market. So and you can see even the salary range I feel is small, but that's what we were able to see online. And it's just what they are paying now. It doesn't mean that's what they will be paying in the future. So yes, and that's it. So then we have AI UX designer. So if you're the one that love designing interface, this is very good for you. So just think about users. So how the interface you're writing your prompt, be it on Gemini or ChatGPT. So it's someone that designed that interface. just to make it convenient and comfortable to you for you to use. So that's that. And you can see so your skill, email and computer interactions, AI ethics, user interface, design principles, user experience designs. So those are the skills that are that are required in that role. Yes, so I think that's it briefly from me this evening, and I hope we've been able to learn one or more things. We still have a lot. I think we have like 29 roles in the AI. No, yes, 29 roles. So we just pick some, and maybe in the group we can share a link where you can see other roles, and is in a table just for you to just know that these roles are available. So, and I hope we've been able to inform you that there is no excuse. Everyone, there is something for everyone. So all you just have to do is to start investing your time. Just maybe any there is nothing like a little time. Just start investing your time in an area that you know will benefit AI. Then in the future, you become a point of reference whenever people are having issue in that role or in that area. So that's it from me, and thank you for your time. Do we have any question because of our time? Any question? So that's it from me.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, Ediri. Yes,
Thank you so
thank you.
much. Someone
Yes,
said,
thank you.
Someone, Emmanuel said, a lot of potential. Yes, there's a lot to think about. Yeah, Additional says, thank you very much. Debbie says, thank you. Thank you so much, Show. Any question before we close this session? Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, please go ahead. Can I talk? Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, go ahead, please. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Samson. That's so enlightening. I really picked a lot from what you've provided to us. Thank you so much. And my question is, listening to hear what are the skills needed for any of these? What does someone need to have to be able to say, okay, yes, I fit into this category? And also, for data as well, getting a job into that area, into some of these is kind of challenging. I don't know if there is a way one can break into that. For example, someone who is already in, say, financial industry. Okay, he has his details already in LinkedIn, and he, also is venturing into data analysis, for example, or AI. He wants to go on that line as well. I believe applying for job to get a second job, for example, in data analysis or AI, I want to believe that some of the employers who like to check your LinkedIn profile to see what is there, and if it happens that they are seeing something different from uh, what you have applied for, I think that is another red flag that may make someone not get the job. That's my thought anyway. I don't know if that's the case. So I don't know if there's light you can throw in these areas that I just mentioned. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And I can say you are right in the sense that if you are already in finance, I know Eduru will still have something to say about that. So there is this requirement that you might not switch fully, but like I said, you can start developing capacity in that area. Like even that LinkedIn, you can be a thought leader in AI. And to be a thought leader in AI, just put it on yourself that, okay, I'm in finance currently, but maybe on a weekly or monthly or maybe quarterly, I want to look for something about AI that is new and drop it on as my LinkedIn post. That's it. It's a matter of time. That's why all these roles that we displayed, most of them, they are not fine. a lot of people are already there, but if you go and check the people that are there, they didn't get there within 1 year. They have been in that field for maybe 4 or 5 years, even before we know that, oh, there is somebody called natural language processing engineer. Some people have developed their PhD on natural language processing. So if you are in finance and you want to move into such area, what I would recommend is, if you notice that anyone is you are attracted to anyone, just start doing your background check now. And that's why we even you mentioned things around the skills. So these are the skills. We'll be sharing this in the group. So these are the skills required. So all you have to do to learn any of these skills, just put it on yourself. Oh, I will buy a book on programming in Python, or natural language processing programming, which is about using Python. Just as you're learning on that book, be posting on LinkedIn. So what you're doing is you're learning and you're sharing what you're learning. It's a matter of time. Somebody will say, oh, we noticed somebody always posted something. They will invite you to groups. And that's why you have a platform like this. If you tell us, oh, there is a new discovery I've discovered about natural language processing, and I would like to present, we give you a platform like this just to share your thoughts. We check the quality and you share it with people. You don't know, maybe there will be someone, a CEO, CFO on this group, in this meeting, that needed an innovation like that in his environment. And that's how, oh, you said you've seen this thing. Can you come and implement in our own environment? You will use them as I won't say trial. You use them, then once you're able once you're successful with that, that's how you start building it. You understand? So the main thing is just start now. If anyone is interesting to you, don't say that, oh, this thing must give me money. No. I know we put the salary range, but you might not be able to switch because they expect some experience. And you're very right. Even if someone should come and meet me to some extent and say she'll tell us about natural language processing, I might not be able to tell them enough because my role is data analytics, data science, data engineering. That's what I've been doing for over 7 years. So you understand. So, but at least good that you know these roles are available. Now, what you can start doing on your part is, which one do you think you can, in your free time, just invest 1 hour, 2 hours weekly, and you can see what comes out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, very well. Very well. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So one don't need to create 2 LinkedIn accounts to get that. Thank you. Thank you.
I will advise.
Thank you very much, Absa.
Yes, thank you, Sheila. I will add something to what Sheila said, Peter. Thank you for mentioning that, Peter. Please don't create 2 LinkedIn accounts. One is enough. One thing you're allowed to do is you're allowed to put your projects on LinkedIn. You're allowed to have what we call a portfolio of your projects. So you put that on your profile as the projects you have worked on. Thank God for platforms like Forage, and there are other platforms for data science projects as well. There are platforms for data analytics projects. So bet on projects, work on those projects, create a project, a portfolio, and add that to your profile. And like Sean has said, be a thought leader, just throw things out one every now and then. But first identify what you are pursuing, the area, the path you want to go, the role you are targeting as long-term, and begin to work towards that role. Your LinkedIn profile should always be a LinkedIn profile. Just enrich it with more information as much as possible. Okay, thank you. So Michael.
Oh, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Oluwaseun, for the slides. I really appreciate it. Okay, so my question is a quick one. Before I actually delve into artificial intelligence, I have been a product manager for some years. So I want to ask if there is actually any of this role that you think I can easily delve into, and I'll be able to thrive as both product manager and also with any of the roles in AI. Okay, yeah, I think I missed it.
So very good question. So like I mentioned, so this one is just AI product manager. So the main thing is just that start building your capacity around AI, still be working on your project, on your product management. You understand? By the time you realize that there is an AI product, that there is an AI maybe project or innovation that can be useful in your organization, bring it in, share it with your board members, tell them, oh, even these large language models, tell them that, okay, let's use large language models to be assisting people in the call center. So such that if they need any information about customers, they won't need to go and be searching database. As the customer is calling them and talking to them, they can ask AI some questions and AI will generate the outcome. If you bring that idea, by the time they implement it within the organization, you have automatically become an AI product manager because you brought the idea and they accepted it and you helped them to implement it. And from there, you can put it on your LinkedIn, put it on your CV, anywhere you want to show it. And so you have AI product manager. That's just the summary. All right. So that's that. So do we have any other person? Any other question? Our time is fast spent. I think we have 1 minute more. We spent 15 minutes extra. All right. So Edri, over to you.
Thank you, Sean.
I have
Thank
a
you,
question,
everyone.
please.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Who's that, please?
Please, my name is Omar. Sorry to butt in
Yes,
like
that's
this.
Go
right.
ahead, Omar.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I joined in late, so in case the question has already been answered, I apologize. But I have a situation. So I have always been in banking for most of my most of my career. Moved to Canada last year, February. I'm studying data analytics in Robertson College. I'm almost done, so I'm starting looking for jobs. But the conflicts I keep having is, as a fresh student who is about leaving, how do I present my CV? Because in the course of my career, I have worked with Excel, had to request for some query, but didn't do SQL myself. But I've worked with Excel extensively, so I understand Power Pivot, I understand conditional formatting. I know before I started the course, I know a few functions. But now I'm learning Tableau, I'm learning SQL, I'm a bit good with Power BI as well. How do I present myself as a fresh graduate? Do I present my past information and build it like someone who has been doing data analytics for a long time? Or do I present myself just as a fresher and get a first job first before I go back and build my CV?
Okay. Edri, do you want to answer that or I should go ahead?
Go ahead, Sean. When you're done, I'll also respond.
Okay. All right, Huma, and thank you for that. And if on a group, at least we've shared something on Forage, which can give you real life experience. So work as a consultant and all those things. So you can put that one in your CV. And that's the first one. So you can, even though you are in school, you can easily join Forage, get real life experience there. And while you are in school, I think it's a good time for you also to leverage all those learning platforms and do real life projects. By platform, I mean your Udemy, even your YouTube. You can see end-to-end projects on data analytics. But a very good point is you having banking experience. Now, what you will be doing for every new project you are doing is be adding the banking story to it. And one thing I've learned in my own life, especially in foreign environments, is that nobody have the time to go and ask if anything you've done is actually true in your previous organization. So don't waste your years. I won't say waste. Don't ignore your years in banking and saying, oh, because I was only using Excel. No, customize all your projects. Say you are the one that you even build the data warehouse you are using in your team. You understand? As long as you've been, I'm not saying you're lying. You are not lying. You are not
As long
lying.
as you can explain it and defend
As
it.
long as you can explain how to develop data warehouse from from start to finish, which you can easily get on YouTube. There is a lot of it. And this thing, so the reason why you're not opportune to use it in your bank is because that is some people's responsibilities. And that's why you are not responsible for it. So your role might be something that they will export data and send it to you. And at least you are meeting the business need at that point. So don't ever reduce those years and say, oh, because they are not data related, they are not data analytics related, and you ignore them. No. Look for projects that can complement those years and put your banking story in those projects and present it as something you did. You understand? So that works. And good, you're learning, you're doing some things around their school. That will only give you certificates and show them that you have the capacity to learn something and implement. That's what certificate is meant to show people, that you have at least your brain can assimilate something and produce it the way it's expected. That's just what certificate is meant for. Now, all your ideas, everything, you should be able to tie it to a story of what you've done in terms of career. Hence, I'm not saying starting from scratch is bad. No. But even you in reality, even if they bring you in as a graduate training because you just finished masters with them, what you'll be delivering will be beyond the level of a graduate within their environment because they don't have experience.
Yes.
And you can't buy experience in the market. You can't buy it, no matter how rich you are. So your 5, 6, 7, 10 years in the bank, no matter what, the way you will manage people, the way you will relate with customers will be far different from a fresh graduate that just finished his master's and they give the person's job. So let them pay for that too. Thank you. So over to you, Ediri.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Seun.
you.
Thank you. Seun has nailed it. Uma, I want to share my own personal experience as well. You see, when I went into data analytics, I also have my background in the banking industry. And it was in the bank that I moved to data analytics, and then I moved into consulting with PwC, and then I started moving up from there. But you know the very interesting thing, Uma? All the interviews I've attended, do you know what got their attention? It was my banking experience. Because of the way the passion, the way I was speaking and talking about, it's what I did, hands-on. You know, I brought my banking experience. I spoke about my achievements in the bank. They don't care whether you were doing data analytics in the bank. No, what you were doing in the bank, what did you achieve? Make sure you are able to, tell them your achievements, be able to articulate it, put numbers, attach numeric value to your achievements. There was this problem, I did this to solve the solution, and we achieved this. 30% increase in revenue, 40% drop in cost, attach numeric values to those. Your banking experience, nobody can take that away from you. Put it there on your CV and defend it passionately. Now, like Seun has said, for the data, because you are switching careers, when you're switching career and you're starting, you may not aim for the high roles like senior data analyst, senior design. You are starting from a data analyst role, for instance. Nobody is going to say because you don't have data analytics experience, they won't give you a data analyst role. Do you have some projects that you have done that you can show? Do you have the skill sets that you can defend as a data analyst, And that's what the forage will do for you, and the other things Seun talked about. Put them there, but don't ever reduce your banking experience. Nobody can take that away from you. All right. Thank you. Michael said, no lies,
Okay.
the bank are always
Can I ask a further question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, because partly what I was asking is this. So though I never played a data analyst role, I've heard of people who tell you, oh, change your job title in the past and put it as a data analyst. What do you advise in such a situation? Because instead of putting that, okay, I did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so go ahead. So in the bank, what from my own personal experience and my own personal values, I will put what I did in the bank. Okay. But those roles are nomenclatures. The way you call them in one country can be different from the way another country is calling that role. It's the same thing you did, but it's called something else in another country. So if you're in a place where the nomenclature is different, you can adopt their own nomenclature and use it.
Okay.
You understand? So if you are doing
Yeah.
reporting in the banking industry, for instance, or you're even in the marketing, business manager, branch manager, and all that, what is it called in this environment, in the environment where you find yourself? It can be business relations manager. That's like analyzing, you have customers, you have your customer data.
Yes.
So all those things are nomenclature. Use any nomenclature you want to use, but your experience, you should be able to marshal and articulate your experience, what you
Articulate
did.
it properly. In
Yes,
line with the job you're looking for.
exactly, in line with the requirements for that job. Your experience, you should be able to articulate it well, in line with that. See, that experience, nobody can take it for you. Don't be shy to talk about your banking experience or your experience you've had in the past, 10 years, 6 years. Don't throw that away. Nobody should take that experience away from you. It's very key.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Grateful.
Okay.
Please, I have a question. My name is Kemi, and I joined the meeting late.
Kemi, Stella has a question. Okay, Kemi, go ahead and move on to Stella.
Okay, I'm sorry for butting in. Cheryl mentioned something that I'm really keen about, and thank you for your enlightened information. You said something about building portfolios, getting to work on projects that you can put out there for recruiters to see you more and what you've been up to. Please, can you share where one can get sites where one can get projects and some projects that one can do to build portfolios?
Okay, I think we've been mentioning it. We have forage that at least we just like it's been forage all this while. But I will work on if I can get some learning platform that works like forage that can give you AI portfolio experience. But none that I can't say none. At least I know on Udemy you can look for end-to-end AI project on Udemy. So, but the main thing is just you do it, you watch the video, you do the project, then you post it on your GitHub and all those things, then you place it on your LinkedIn. Nobody will come and question it because remember, you spent your time to replicate what you've learned on Udemy, and that is what you're sharing with people. You understand? So nobody will come and arrest you and say, oh, you copy my project. You understand? As long as you are learning and you've been able to replicate the code and you can explain the process from start to finish, that makes it your project.
Okay.
So Udemy, Coursera, you're welcome. Even YouTube, at least I've seen a lot of end-to-end data engineering projects, maybe because that's what I'm always looking for. So I've seen a lot of building data warehouse from scratch, from concept till getting to Amazon Redshift and all those things. So there are things that I do, there are things that I spend my, even Power BI, data analytics, data science project, you will see a lot of them online. So just do it, replicate it, put it on your GitHub, then share it on LinkedIn. That becomes your portfolio. Yes, thank you for that. Next person. I think Stella next. Stella, yeah.
Okay, I just want to add to what Shehu said. I wanted to narrate my an experience I had. They're talking about LinkedIn profile, and there it was showing that I had over 13 years experience, and I had an interview. Although I wasn't really ready, so to speak, I was still naive. And when they were like, your CV is in front of us and it's showing you have over 13 years of experience, I was like, where did you get that from? I'm not a data analyst yet. So you understand, I was really foolish then. So I went back, I said, but this you said you are into this SQL because I wasn't strong in SQL. And I know the job per se was more of SQL. I was not just confident. So I just told them, please go, I am not interested. Yeah, yes, that's a fact. So, but after the last section we had, where I think you mentioned somebody was asking those doing support work, maybe you've not really gotten a job and you're doing support, how do you align that with your this? So I went back to my drawing board again because I'm doing care work at the moment. Do I have more experience now when it comes to Python, analyzing with Python, SQL, Tableau, and the rest of them? So I now went to, add that to my portfolio that I am a healthcare analyst. And lo and behold, I think I told Ediri, yesterday I got a call and the person was like, I have your CV with you. You say you're an healthcare analyst. You are this. You have 13 years experience as an
Healthcare
analyst. Do you understand? I was like, whoa,
You see?
this thing is working.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I
you
have
are
to
there.
and follow that and stick to the rules of the game by still trying to sharpen my skills and know what to do. So I think those things are really crucial. With that, I have been seeing difference in the ball game compared to when I was like, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say what I am not. This is not. But in the real sense of it, it's the same thing in different scenario. So please, let's not waste our years by trying to think that it's not required. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that experience, Stella. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Stella, thank you so much.
Okaima?
Yeah, I like that. Thank you very much, Stella. That is quite
Yes.
eye-opening. Thank you.